Hello and welcome back to the second half of your senior research project. Last semester you developed a research proposal and you submitted an IRB application. This semester we are going to collect, interpret, analyze our data, and report on the data. The IRB application, some of you have not received it back yet. Don't worry, it should be coming through the first couple of weeks of the semester. We will also be building on your senior research proposal. So this semester we're adding two new components, the analysis and findings section and the discussion section. So you're going to keep the paper you have and you're just going to keep adding to it. So these two additional sections, when all put together, will actually make your research proposal and conclude your final research project. So following the final research project is a 10 to 15 minute presentation at the LC States Research Symposium. So some of you will be presenting via Zoom because you live too far away. And those who live in the Coeur d'Alene area will come to the Coeur d'Alene Symposium and present in person there. The symposium is always on a Friday, so think about this, planning ahead. It's usually on a Friday around noon, from noon to 2, and is followed by our pinning ceremony for the social work program. You have the choice of presenting, like I said, face-to-face or via Zoom. If you are in Lewiston also has a symposium, but I would not be there for that symposium. I will be in the Coeur d'Alene one. So for those of you who are in the Coeur d'Alene area, I would like for you to come to the campus. If you live more than an hour away, then you can present via Zoom with your group. So let's see here. So for the analysis and findings section, it is important for you to understand how to use Excel. So we will be learning how to use Excel this semester. Unless you prefer working with formulas and statistics using pen and paper, you're more than welcome to do that too. I find that most social work students, that they don't really care for math, so they enjoy using Excel, where Excel does all the statistical behind the scenes formulas. So we are going to follow the textbook that you have, the Salkind, for those people who think they hate statistics. We're gonna follow that textbook step by step to engage you in actively learning how to use Excel as a way to process the data. Almost all of your research studies fall within the descriptive statistics, where you are going to use frequency, percentages, means, mode, median, standard deviation, etc. Or the tests of relationships, which is the Pearson R. And the differences. Is there a difference between the pre and the post test that you guys have set up, where you use the t-test or ANOVA? So many graduate programs, they also like you to have the understanding of what chi-square is, so we will also cover that. Chi-square is a statistical test that is used to test the difference between two groups. So if you have a treatment group and a control group, they want chi-square is used to find out if the individuals, the sample in each of those groups, are comparable or if they are very different. So during the 16 weeks that we're working together, I'm hoping to break down each of those components. So you'll be understanding the statistical test. You'll be practicing and playing with those on Excel. You'll be working on your final research project throughout the semester and learning the statistical analysis simultaneously. So the Council on Social Work Practice Core Competencies talks about the expectation that all students who graduate from a bachelor program be able to use their practice experience to inform theory and theory to inform practice and research to inform practice. And that's why we have this component. Also, many of you will end up in management and supervisor positions where you'll have to analyze some of the work that you're doing and make sure that you are providing services that are evidence-based and that are helping your clients progress. So another component of what is due this semester is the symposium abstract. That is due towards in the end of March. So this is an abstract that you'll write. I'll give you detailed explanations of what it looks like, but it goes into the program for these symposiums. So it's printed for the community to see. So it's very important that we have good grammar, punctuation, and that it's done correctly. Here's an example of what it looks like. I give the sample example like this, and every year I get something back that doesn't look anything like it. So hopefully you guys can take note of that we have very specific font, very specific bolds, and very short abstract, 75 words or so, and it talks about your specific research topic that you have looked at. The presentation, you will actually have some peer review presentation on Canvas first. Usually when I do this face-to-face classes, we get to practice in front of our peers, which is much nicer. It actually helps you to kind of feel confident, give a lot of good feedback. But this year we're doing it online, so hopefully you can at least put your PowerPoint together, put it online, and get feedback from your peers on grammar, punctuation, anything that they don't, the fonts and stuff like that, if it doesn't look right. And like I said, symposium is usually on a Friday, and attendance for that is required to get your points for presenting your project. The ones I haven't talked about on the assignments are the various weekly Excel assignments. You'll have, I think, 7 of those where you'll be practicing. We are going to have I'm going to give you a link to a survey that we're sending out, that we're going to collect the data and manipulate the data or play with the data on Excel. You'll get that in week 1 of the semester. If you have any questions this semester, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask.